Hey, imontheedge here, back again with another brand new video. So today I will be no damaging all the boss fights in Roblox Kiwami 2 on Legend, and this time I will be avoiding the spamming of the quick step attack or the quick step punch or whatever you call it. So here we're gonna start off with like charge, like your light attack charge, combo, heavy attack charge. Now since I'm using a controller, the way I would do it is I would like have my thumb holding like the square button, and then like the lower lip I'd actually be holding the triangle button. I'm pretty much slobbering over the controller, and here like I go for like a parry like heat action, like immediately after the combo I did there. And then once I'm done with the parry heat action, I'm going to do like a square triangle like kind of stun thing here. And you're not supposed to hit the enemy, because most of the time when they block your first light attack, they're going to retaliate, but Daigo decided not to, and he got stunned by it. And when it gets stunned by it, I'm going to like hold triangle just by itself. And if you like hold triangle by itself and run at someone, you do like those sick kicks. And then once I'm done with those sick kicks, I got really lucky with like that kind of quick step punch and then little combo there. And then he blocked the first heavy attack, but then the second heavy attack actually landed and like knocked him out. And yeah, this is going to be a very different experience. And no, I'm not going to be doing all the boss fights from Kiwami 2, but I will be doing all the boss fights from Roblox Kiwami 2. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, and also I'm going to be changing all the music as well. And the music changing is not a mod. I just turn off the music in the game, and then I can just overlay whatever music I want in settings. And yeah, here we're going to start off with Ryuji. And the first thing I'm going to do is it actually has a bit of a random chance to not work, but for me it does work. So I'm going to hold light attack, and I'm pretty much going to go for a full... No, I'm going to go into extreme heat mode and then do like a full combo, like just kind of beast charge, knock him in. Sometimes he's going to like dodge that like second heavy attack, but for me I got really lucky. And then for like these first couple boss fights, honestly a lot of this could be luck. Like, I don't know, he could have retaliated a little bit stronger with that like dodge he did, but he did not. And then here, since like... Oh yeah, also I'm going to be doing all these boss fights with 200 attack. And oh yeah, I should probably say which music music track I'm putting for every single one of these boss fights. Like for the first one, that was on my own master now from Metal Gear Rising. This is Sub Crazy from No More Heroes 2. Like I'll probably like put all the songs like in the comments somewhere, not in the description, because I feel it mess up my time codes for the boss fights themselves. But you know, I do know which songs I use, so I might as well let y'all know as well. So yeah, here like I believe I'm getting really lucky, because like the first time I like do a 1-2 like heavy, and then he dodged that, but then like I parried his attack and do 1-2 heavy, and like the 1-2 like missed him, and I only hit him with the heavy, so I was able to do like that nice grab combo, like the throw combo. And then after that, like I stunned him. I did like a full combo kind of there, a full like grab combo, and like that doesn't always happen. And here I tried to stun him again so I could do this heat action. That didn't even hit him, but it's still like the heat action still happened. Like that's really, really dope. Yeah, very nice fight. And also I'm gonna try to like keep talking throughout the entire video. Like I don't know, some of my previous videos I like, you know, pause and be like, hey, look how sick like this sync is, or look how sick this looks. But to be honest, you might as well just watch my no commentary, because like I'm kind of worried that the no commentary is gonna get more views than this one, just because I really did like make the no commentary version like such a banger. But you know, whatever. Enough of talking about me. Let's talk about these upcoming boss fights. So now we are done with Ryuji. So what next epic boss fight are we going to deal with? This guy. So this guy sucks. Like, I mean, I was able to make a funny thing here with like the Roblox Oof Trap remix, but like this guy's really whatever. Like he's copying... Okay, honestly I kind of forget which gun moveset he's copying, but like in the Dragon Engine, like this moveset just kind of sucks. I've talked about it like in my previous videos. I think I bring it up in my Judgment video. I definitely bring it up in my previous Kiwami 2 video, but like, I don't know, like the way the Dragon Engine like combat properties work, like this moveset is like obnoxious. Like the way like it blocks you and immediately counterattacks, like it's the speed it moves at. Like, I mean, all this is just kind of like flailing around. Again, I'm trying... It's mostly luck, once again, for like this boss fight. And I don't know, one thing that contributes to like just luck being on your side is that I'm playing at 60 FPS. Now, there's this weird thing with like 30 FPS and 60 FPS with Kiwami 2, that at 60 FPS, enemies react faster, which means they break out of combos faster. So like, I don't know, some of the sick combos you can see dudes like Gunk Shot or like Pious Lee doing, they only really like work consistently on 30 FPS, while at 60, enemies will usually block it, dodge it, yada yada yada. Now for these first couple fights I'm going to be playing at 60 FPS, like there is a very particular fight that makes me switch over to 30 just from how obnoxious it is at 60. But for now, like 60 should be fine. But to be fair, honestly, you should have went down to 30 for Majima. And yeah, for this boss fight here, kind of start off with a full combo and then kind of loop him with that like kind of like punch, like, you know, kind of light attack, strong attack. And the great thing about this boss fight is that like the strong attacks don't knock it down per se, since he's a very sturdy guy with an axe. And same thing for Gary Buster Holmes here. So there's actually a very like neat loop I can do with Gary Buster Holmes here. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to fully talk about the loop since this video is so fast paced, and like 200 attack by itself is already super strong. Like imagine 300 attack. Let's see, like when you do that, like, you know, light, heavy, it doesn't knock the enemy down. It keeps them standing up so you can continue looping them. Now I do kind of keep the loop short because there is a chance they could break out of it, but thankfully like they're being pretty respectful, both Axeman and Gary Buster Holmes, so I was able to get some pretty good loops here. Now here I'm trying to bait him to attack, but for some reason like I punched him so much that he's just stopped thinking, so I'm being very cautious, but now I'm just going to pretty much end the fight right then and there. But yeah, I don't know. One issue, like at first I didn't try to do 30 FPS because normally if you try to play 30 FPS on PC, like it actually plays at like 20 FPS. Like the frame limiter for like Kiwami 2's PC port is absolute garbage. So I actually had to download a mod just to fix that. And the mod I downloaded, so yeah, for Majima here, since I'm playing at 60 FPS, I'm not going to do any fancy combos. And Majima's probably the only boss fight that's easier to deal with when he's in heat mode, because he actually has like a good opening to exploit. But here, like he's just too random, especially at 60 FPS. Like he dodges too much, he blocks too much. Like he's pretty obnoxious. Like they just copied his moveset from like Zero, like his player moveset, and like I hate him. Like he's very obnoxious in this game. Like there is ways to do combos on him, mostly in his red heat phase, but you know, whatever. Also, this is the song So Unusual from the Kuruhyo game, very underrated game. I have no damage, you can go watch that video. But yeah, as I was saying, the mod I downloaded to pretty much fix the frame rate issues with the frame limiter or whatnot is like a mod that fixes the toilet game in this game, which is kind of weird. I didn't expect like that mod to be the thing that kind of fixes the 30 FPS and actually makes it like somewhat smooth. And also I think that mod also fixes my 60 FPS because I don't know what it is. There's going to be a clip in this video like in the future that the 60 FPS looks way smoother than the 60 FPS that's playing right now. So yeah, that combo which I just like interrupted is the one you want to exploit, but since I'm playing at 60 FPS, I guess like that quick step punch I tried to do to like, you know, extend the combo just got immediately blocked. So yeah, like here, once Majima does this, it's pretty much a guaranteed opening to do like a full combo kind of, though maybe you should stick to grab combos instead of like anything that fancy, because Majima just does not like to play nicely. But yeah, all the mods I have in this video, I have the filterless mod, which maybe you haven't noticed just because you're so fixated on Roblox Kiryu here. But yeah, the filterless mod takes out the green filters and pretty much any filters in the game, though it has a few weird bugs. Like whenever a character gets like introduced, like you know that whole like black and white thing that pops up and then like their name pops up, apparently that black and white filter doesn't appear, so it's like what? So you know, fix that. And like there's just certain cutscenes which are always going to have the green filter over them. And now here, this song is the Escape from Beyond Big Boss theme from Metal Gear MSX. Like for my Phantom Pain video, I had to listen to some Metal Gear soundtracks, and I listened to the Metal Gear MSX games like soundtrack. It's pretty brief soundtrack, and this is one of my favorite tracks from it. So I'm like, I decided to use it, and it's just got a very nice tension to it. And this is a very funny fight. It's just like these dudes, the gamers, and also since I removed the filter, Big Bro here with like the blue jacket doesn't look as green anymore. He's very, very much blue. Like this is still a pretty green place by itself, but the green filter is absolute overkill. Like I have issues with the green filter. I even made I made a video complaining about this game, though there are a few things I don't exactly agree with that video anymore, like the Kiwami rant video. There's a few things I'd change maybe, but overall I still agree with quite a few things I said in that video. And also I'd say it's a very entertaining video, which people do not like because it is very loud. But I don't know, it's funny that like every week, every like say 2 weeks, I get a comment saying that it's a really good video, but it's too loud. Like I don't know, it's kind of a consistent curse of mine. But yeah, this fight, I don't really know strategy. It's pretty much a group fight. They kind of can go either way. Like I recommend relying on like weapon attacks, like environmental weapon attacks, because like those have really good sweeps for enemy crowds. But sometimes like some of those enemies will just randomly run up to you and tap you, or sometimes they'll run up to you and just stand in front of you. It's kind of random. So yeah, this is the fight that forced me to like pretty much record at 30 FPS, because like I don't know, any combo I tried to do on this guy just did not work. Like that would not work at 60 FPS consistently 100% of the time. So yeah, like kind of beast charge, like you know, like the charged light attack, full combo, then one heavy, and then like dodge cancel out of that heavy attack, quick step attack, and then if it worked, you run up, you grab him, and then you punch him right in the face, and that'll be like a sick key action. And now I'm trying to bait out like a parry so I could do like a parry heat action, because right now he doesn't have the knife boot, so parrying him is actually pretty easy, because if I mess up the parry, I'll just block his attack. However, even this isn't consistent, because sometimes you'll go for a grab attack, so you have to react very, very quickly to that grab attack, and now usually, I don't know, it's not a consistent pattern, but like usually if you like counter this dude's like melee attack, he'll try to go for like a grab attack most of the time. So this guy has very, very, very few openings. Like I don't really think he has any solid openings, but whenever he tries to go for a grab attack, that's a good opening. So now I can go for a nice little combo here. I'm not going to be too extravagant, because the more extravagant I get with it, like the easier it is to mess up, and that did not kill him. I tried to like run up to him so I could like kick him, but he got up too fast, and now I'm going to try to parry him just so I can get a few quick hits in there. They're very nice. So yeah. Like, I did not want to play at 30 FPS and have like an Ocarina of Time frame rate that looked like ass. So like this mod really helped me quite a bit. And yeah, my game still doesn't look the best. Like, the reason the graphics look a little weird is because I pretty much, there's like this option on like the PC which is called render scale. I put it at 66. Normally it's supposed to be at 100, but I put it at 66 just to make the game run better. Though when I was done with this video and I was like recording footage of this game just to get some thumbnails, I put the render scale to 100 and nothing changed. Like, my recording was still that smooth, so honestly, making the game look this ass may have actually been pointless. So yeah, for this second phase with Red Heat, he now has knife boots, which kind of limits my options, and like there is ways to be stylish with this guy. However, I'm playing on Legend, and when you're playing on Legend, if there's a boss fight at the end of a level, you have to repeat that entire level every time you want to retry the boss fight. So I'm not risking it with this guy. Like, I'm gonna play a very safe strategy. So I start off like his Red Heat phase by kind of doing some charge attacks, like kind of charge attack, combo, kind of grab combo, you know, very safe. And then after that, I'll probably have enough heat to go after like some weapons in this area, and then just do the heat actions with those weapons, like, you know, the big, I forgot, like the big, like, there was something which I did with the first thing. I did it, and then I go for the pull, which has that funny heat action, and then after I do the pull, I'm going to run into these boxes, which will activate a QTE, which gives me more heat if I run out of heat. And also my heat is also at 200, so I only have 3 slots, which is very much like my Yakuza 6 video. Like, honestly, like, I mean, when it comes to how leveled up I am, I'm gonna tackle it the same way I tackled my Yakuza 6 video, so that's why I'm doing it. Though, to be fair, I think 200 attack in this game is more overpowered than 200 attack in Yakuza 6, so to be fair, in Yakuza 6, you were a little limited with the combos you can do. You can still do cool combos in Yakuza 6, but I don't think to the extent of this game. Though, to be fair, this game also has like less 1v1 type fights, so maybe less opportunities to do cool combos, but it has its 1v1 fights. Also, one thing to keep in note is I'm going for different style of weapons in this room. I'm not going to go for the couch and then go for another item which has the same exact heat action, because if you repeat the same heat action, it's going to do less damage. So I try to go for different heat actions for the variety, and also just to deal as much damage as possible. So yeah, here this fight can really go either way. So yeah, start off with that, and then go grab furniture and just start hitting them with furniture. And like that, I mean, that was so lucky that I did not get hit by that. This fight is pretty much luck. Like, you pretty much have to like ambush them as fast as possible until their health goes down to that point. And once like one of these guys' health goes down to this point, like the fight's pretty much over. It's just gonna be a bunch of like feel the heat QTE sequences. Now, this song is The Worst Beat Ever Created, number 25 by Distant Cry. Like, he always pops out like these amazing bangers. And also, like, I didn't think I'd be using this song for this fight. Like, I did it as a joke, but like it fits really well. Like, it's synced too well. Like, I usually try to keep the joke song to the joke fights, but for those guys it's very particular. Now for this fight, I put the song like Pushing the Sky from the Cowboy Bebop movie, and like it fits too well. Like, I did remove the filter, but this place is still a pretty brown yellow place, and like the place where this song plays in like the movie is also pretty like yellowish place. So it's like, yo, same vibes, 1v1 fight, melee fight, like, it's going, look at the syncing here. And also, this song is copyrighted. Like, this song pretty much got my video copyright claimed. Like, there's 3 songs in this video that got my video copyright claimed. 2 of them, like, you would expect them to, but there is one in particular which is kind of ridiculous, and I'll get to that song when I get to that song. But yeah, start the fight off with like a sick combo, and then like after that, I'm trying to bait out like there's this thing you can do with this guy where I pretty much hit him once, and then he gets knocked to the ground, and that gives me time for a heat action. Now here I'm trying to bait out a parry. Every time I try to bait out a parry, though, I'm just blocking them. So yeah, I got a lot more used to this game's parry. Like, it works pretty well, but it's pretty instantaneous. Like, the heat action you have to do for the parry, like, you have to pretty much be prepared to do it immediately. Like, there's no waiting for it. It's not like Tanimura's parry, which is pretty much like, which has a lot going on to it. And also, I'm gonna have to be talking throughout this entire fight, because if I let this song play just by itself for like even for like 1 or 2 seconds, this video is gonna get copyright claimed. Like, To be fair, I think this song's like way too recognizable for me to just like talk over it and like nullify the copyright claim, but who knows? It's worked for previous videos, but to be fair, this song is done by like a licensed band and all that. So to be fair, that's kind of true of my Yakuza 5 and Kuruhyo videos, and like my method here of just talking over it worked there, so maybe it'll work here. Then also, I just hope it'll work for like my future videos as well. And also, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to play the audio of like the gameplay clip even lower, just flat out mute it. Because, you know, I'm here for the commentary, not exactly here for, like, the music. If you want to listen to the music, you can watch my no commentary video. Like, thankfully, like, this song didn't get the video banned. At the very least, you can still watch that previous video. It's just I can't monetize it. So it's like, oh, okay. And now here... Oh, yeah, I should probably explain strategies and all that, because I've kind of been ignoring that. So for the hand-to-hand phase, I kind of forgot. But there's like pretty much you kind of wait for Hayashi to be done with a combo, and then once he's done with a combo, you go for that kind of nice beast charge attack, and then you hit him. And also there's one technique you can do with parries where you parry an enemy, then you like you dash into him, you do like a quick step punch, and then you let the beast charge like your charged light attack go, and that'll like kind of most of the time net you a quick combo. But if Hayashi here blocks your attack, dodge away from him very quickly. And no, it's true of other enemies. I don't think it's true of this enemy. Like there's this one thing which the man in black does, and also a lot of other boss fights in this video do, where like if they're like far away from you and they want to like hone in on you, they'll start dodging towards you. And once you realize that, you can predict enemies a lot better. Like on a man in black kind of has these nice little shuffles, like. And once he's like in attacking range, once he shuffles, dodge away from him. Once he like recovers from that like dodging animation, if you like dodge away from him like too like quickly. And now here I did a very sick combo. And also when it comes to like doing these kind of sick combos, you want to attack them from the back. Because if you attack them from the front, they'll most likely recover from it, even at 30 FPS. Like you pretty much like want to like start this off, kind of do a combo like that, and well, I mean, I just activated his Feel the Heat moment, but like when you're doing like those type of sick combos, you start off like, you know, maybe from the front, but like try to get to his backside. And also it's kind of like hold like the light charge attack button, and then do like, you know, 4 hits light attacks, and then do 1 heavy hit, and then dodge into him, do like a quick step attack, and then do like square, triangle. Make sure like the first square of like that thing doesn't hit him, and then like the triangle, it should hit him. But once it hits him, dodge to like his side. Like don't dodge into him, dodge to his side, and then like kind of keep doing the like light attack and then heavy attack until you can kind of get behind his back. Once you're behind his back, you can kind of go crazy with it. And now here for this fight, I'm going to be very cheap with it. I'm going to grab weapons from the environment, and I'm also going to just use weapons of my own. And also this song is from Kenzin. It's probably like one of the best like normal boss themes in the entire series. It may be the best normal boss fight theme. Like I don't know, the Yakuza has this thing where like normal boss fights will just get a very dedicated theme to themselves. Like this, like Kenzin's version is probably like the best in the entire series. Listen to it, it's amazing. Go watch my no commentary video to like listen to it. Like it sounds great. So yeah, here I'm just going to try to do like weapon heat actions on this boss fight here, because he's copying an Ishin moveset, and I've talked about it in my previous videos, but Ishin movesets in the Dragon Engine are abysmally annoying to deal with, like aside from like 1 or 2 exceptions, but for the most part they are insanely annoying, especially Akiyama's moveset from Ishin. It's infuriating in like the Dragon Engine, because you don't have the same tools as in Ishin to deal with it, and also the way combat's handled, like the physics are handled in this game, do not like go well for Ishin movesets. And the way like they'll guard your attacks and immediately retaliate, that just does not work in the Dragon Engine. Though, thanks to the amount of damage you can deal in like Kiwami 2, you can kind of negate any challenge it brings, but it does bring a lot of challenge. Now this boss fight right here. So the song I'm using for this boss fight is Unfinished Business from Xenoblade Chronicles. No, I have not played Xenoblade Chronicles, but the first like song I've ever heard from that game is this track in particular, and I was like, that sounds awesome. And like, what, that was like 10 years ago? No, that's ridiculous. More like 8, 7 maybe. But yeah, I just remembered it, and I'm like, yeah, I have to include this in the video somehow. And yeah, why not Shindo? I mean, in Kiwami 2, he kind of has a very similar sounding track, kind of like an epic track, just more reliance on guitars. But now let's just bring out the very classy, epic music. And also, I don't know what it is about like my footage and boss fights, but they have an uncanny like ability to like just sync insanely well to the music. It's like I don't know, I feel like maybe the developers here have like developed like Kiwami 2's combat system to like a science of being able to be synced to like nearly anything most of the time. Like it's insane how I can sync these, and though to be fair, the reason some of these can sync really well is just hindsight, because I did the fight and now I am at the liberty to choose whatever song I want to like sync to the moment. But like, man, it's sometimes it's so easy. It just syncs way too easy. Like there's one like particular moment that's like insane. But yeah, I start this fight off just by doing a bunch of ridiculous heat actions to pretty much like Usually, like, Shindo would, like, transition to his third phase once he hits his second health bar, but, I don't know, sometimes if you do heat actions, it doesn't register. And sometimes you're supposed to shift to, like, his second phase when you delete, like, his first heat bar, his first, like, health bar. But, you know, I guess with heat actions, sometimes it doesn't register until you go, like, way overboard like I did. So yeah, I just like I did like a little combo, and then once I did the combo, I did a ground heat action, then I grabbed something from the environment, I did a heat action there, and that pretty much knocked him to the second phase. And then all I had to do was pretty much tap him a bit to like transition him into the third phase. And then once we go into this third phase here, I went for like something from this environment, but then I threw it away because it would be the same type of heat action I did in the beginning, and it would deal less damage. So I instead went for the chair, which does a different heat action, which does more damage. So it's very nice. And now here I'm going to be relying on combos, and here I could have done maybe something a little bit more, but I was kind of cautious. I'm playing it very safe, so instead I like kind of do like, you know, light, heavy, quick step attack, grab him while he's stunned, and then throw him down to the ground. Now, grabbing enemies can actually be kind of weird because sometimes they'll break out of it, and when they break out of it, they can be annoying little like babbies about it, because sometimes they'll just throw you away. They'll just kind of like push you back like Shindo did here. That does not deal damage. However, sometimes they'll push you down to the ground. So like don't rely too much on grabs. Like maybe do it once, maybe twice. And also if you're ever gonna grab them, like try to grab them from the back, because at the very least, if you grab an enemy from the back, they can't exactly hurt you, but they can still kind of break away from your grab, and it's very annoying because it does. I think it actually does. It happened to me in the Hayashi fight. I was trying to like do like a heat action with grabs, but he kept breaking away from me. It was so annoying. And also like the music here syncs so well with like this QT, and also like Roblox here looks like ridiculously goofy in this QT. And oh yeah. So I mentioned that I downloaded the filterless mod, which you can get on the Nexus Hub. You're going to need to make an account. Like, you don't have to pay anything, but you do need to make an account to access the Nexus Hub. So there's that. And as for the toilet mod, it kind of fixes the toilet game because it had issues with frame rate, like in the original PC release. So download that mod to pretty much fix that, and also to just make the 30 FPS option in this game actually smooth and not like complete ass. And then this Roblox Kiryu mod. So pretty much like this Roblox Kiryu mod isn't really an official mod per se. In fact, like this skin is actually a Yakuza 6 skin, which just conveniently also works in Kiwami 2. Like I'm gonna plug them in like my description, but the Yakuza modding community Discord, I was pretty much in contact with like this one dude there who pretty much like tutored me throughout the entire process of like downloading these mods, and especially downloading the Roblox Kiryu mod. Like he pretty much like gave me like a unique like his own like folder for the thing. He pretty much like configured like something unique for me just to pretty much work in Kiwami 2. And then the difficulties did not stop there, because Kiryu has multiple different skins throughout this game. Like throughout the main story, he has his like normal skin, just him wearing clothes. Then sometimes he gets shirtless. That's a different model. Okay, I shouldn't be saying skins, they're different models. Kiryu goes into different models throughout this game, and it's pretty much 3 models for main story. For side content, it's other stuff. But yeah, first model is clothed Kiryu, so I pretty much have to make the Roblox Kiryu replace like that clothed model. Okay, cool. And then Kiryu gets shirtless at one point. That's a different model. So if you don't make Roblox Kiryu replace like that model, then shirtless Kiryu is just gonna show up normally. So I pretty much have to like kind of reconfigure stuff. Like it isn't as hard as you would think it is, but if you have no idea what you're doing, it's borderline impossible. But once you know what to do, like it's pretty easy. Like it's kind of just like making a new folder, renaming stuff, and just kind of copying, pasting files, and like changing their names. And also the modding Discord also has a Google Doc with like the names of like all the different model types in Kiwami 2. So, and also in the other games. So like you'll know like the name of like the model you want to replace. So yeah, I had to replace the shirtless Kiryu model for the Coliseum, so that Roblox Kiryu shows up there. Now here, I'm going to play it very cheap, and in this fight I also this is the only fight in the game where I upgrade my attack to like 247. And by upgrade, I mean I use equipment to pretty much like upgrade the attack, because, well, this fight I think is just horrible, and purely because the guys who throw knives. Like it'd be one thing if it was just like an annoying crowd with knives, but they throw knives. So you'll just be dealing with an enemy somewhere, and then they'll just some random enemy will throw a knife from across the room and like attack you. That's horrible. I hate that. So I'm going to play very, very, very tediously. So I start off Dragon Heat mode, you know, kind of do like that quick step like heat action. I do that for a bit, and then after that I pull out the baton, and then I just kind of block any knife attacks that come at me. And then I do heat actions. I kind of use the baton's like normal heavy attack because it is pretty effective, and that's pretty much how I cleared out the entire room of enemies. And then I have the boss fight. Now the boss fight has this one attack which is very easy to bait out. You kind of just bait out his one like knife attack, will go swing, swing, and then you tiger drop that. Like it takes a little bit of a while to get used to the timing, but once you're used to the timing, like it is very much effective. And then that's how you deal with it. And then I pull out like the little pliers. I just like the pliers because like you just just rip out that guy's like tooth. Like, are you kidding me? And then if you do it while they're attacking, you just like break their finger with the pliers, and that's pretty much what I did back then. Now look at the sync here; it's insane. Also, this song is copyright claimed. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, what? This is a SpongeBob song. This plays in SpongeBob. And also, when I looked it up, apparently this is stock music. Like, this isn't even like licensed. This is stock. Why am I getting copyright claimed over a stock song? Like, isn't this the type of music that I'm supposed to play in order to not get copyright claimed? But for some reason, I'm still getting copyright claimed. I guess because it played in SpongeBob. Now it has this big copyright claim. Ooh, like, look at what the cloud can do to corrupt such innocent things as like stock music. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And also, it was really funny how I was like, I'm not gonna say the full song name because I think I'm gonna get copyright claim just for that. But like when that part was playing, like this dude just kept like hitting me, and I just kept regarding him. And now here's the tigers, and I play this insanely ominous theme. And now the tiger is gonna be a very boring fight, and also I will be kind of spamming the quick step attack just for the tigers because like, oh no, there's really no other way to deal with it. I mean, you can spice it up a bit, you can throw in some other moves, but like a lot of it's gonna be quick step attack. It's probably like one of the most effective ways to deal with this fight. So yeah. Now this theme is from Lost Odyssey. No, I have not played Lost Odyssey, but though I am very interested in playing it, though apparently it's an Xbox 360 exclusive, and I do have an Xbox 360 with me like on deck, but like I'm just too busy playing other games, and I'm not gonna take it with me when I go back to classes. Yeah, I'll get more on that later. So I don't think I'm gonna be playing it anytime soon. But like, it does seem like a cool game I want to try out at one point, because like apparently it's like it's a really like cool JRPG, yada yada, whatever. And it's underrated, and also this song sounds awesome. It's like the final boss fight of that game, and yeah, it syncs amazingly here. Like, I mean, I didn't plan this. Like, I just did the fight, and like the music just synced amazingly here. Like, I didn't even have this song in mind when I was doing this fight, frankly. So it's just like, yo, like what is this sync? Like, it's just insane. It's insane. Also, I don't know, I guess doing the YouTube no damage stuff, I'm kind of like incentivized to not do games that are like extremely long, because I don't know, sometimes, I mean, it's fun to play games, to like make videos on those games. So when you have a game that's like as long as Lost Odyssey, I don't know like if I'm that motivated to play it. Though I do want to play it at one point. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of people like not like games when they grow up. I think me is just more like, I'm more motivated to play games for like the YouTube channel and whatnot. And yeah, look at the way it syncs up. Like, now it's like playing the JRPG like battle theme with the like the drum beat. I don't know. I think it's like a drum beat that shows up in a lot of old school like RPG type things, and it's showing up here. And look, that dodge was insane. Like, it was pretty much like nearly frame perfect, like that dodge. I mean, I should have taken damage, but I did not take damage. And also, there was zero reason to activate the extreme heat mode. It does nothing. However, I like it just because it adds some flair to this fight, and also because like I did that sick dodge. And look, also there's that one attack. So you do not want to attack these tigers from behind, because if you attack them from behind, they have this insanely fast attack. You saw that swipe when like whoosh, like the tiger swipe back so fast, you can't react to that. Like, I got so lucky that it didn't hit me. You want to attack them from the front, and also you only want to do like 2 or 3 like quick step attacks, or you know, sometimes you want to do a drop kick to kind of drop them out. Like, that was some nice variety. And also like this move here where you kind of do this big beast charge is nice, though like, I don't know, sometimes it can miss, so not good. So yeah, like stick to quick step attacks, and also do 1 or 2. And also once you get to the point where there's only one tiger, it can like lunge at you 3 times. You know, like lunge, lunge, lunge. That's the maximum amount of times it can lunge. So you know, be careful about that. Like, look at that, lunge, lunge. And to be fair, they're not always going to do 3 times. They're trying to keep you on your toes here. So you know, but they can, is what I'm saying. Like that, lunge, lunge. Okay, they're gonna stick to 2 times. And I was considering using weapons for this fight just to kind of give some variety to it, but honestly, if I used weapons, it wouldn't sync as well to the song as it does now. So like, I mean, it's kind of a happy accident. Sometimes I go for cheap strategies. I'm gonna go for maybe cheap strategies every now and then in this video, but like those cheap strategies like help the song sync better to the video. So like, it's a very, very good happy accident. Now here's some Japanese rappers gonna start playing, and I hear it's like rapping some very ominous stuff like about death and all that, because like the game is at a very ominous point, like Lost Odyssey. But I don't know what it means. I don't have any strong interpretations about it. But yeah, I think it fits really well, though it's not exactly the best. And look, I kicked the tiger, it stopped the tiger, boom, feel the heat right now. And also, I will say that I don't think this rap exactly syncs well with this tiger drop, but like the syncs in every single other part of this fight are so good that like I'm fine with this kind of like lackluster sync for like the final part here. And yeah, I'm just gonna fade the song out there. You know, like, all right, I can deal with that. And there you go. And also, I like how Roblox Kiryu's like arms are so detached from his body. Like, you're gonna notice it here as well. Like, they're very much detached from his body. And I will say the hitboxes with Roblox Kiryu, they're pretty much the same as normal Kiryu. Like, I don't know. I was thinking that this would be a lot more awkward to play with, but it's not that awkward. Like, I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, Kiryu's like arms in terms of like a hitbox like sense are pretty much like in the middle of like his Roblox chest. Like the big stumps he has for arms here aren't actually the things hitting the enemy. It's pretty much these invisible arms coming out of his like chest, kind of protruding out of them. So yeah, here I'm going to start the fight off. I'm going to pretty much do this combo here, and that's going to be a heat action there. And then for the rest of this fight, I'm just going to tiger drop every single one of his attacks because I have to repeat the entire level if I fail, and I'm just not dealing with that. And also, with this guy, he's already in red heat mode. It's going to be very hard to parry his attacks. Like, there is one way to parry his attacks. You can kind of like hit him when he blocks, and if you like hit him and he blocks you, he's going to do a retaliation attack. You can actually parry that. I've seen some very skillful players like Pius Lee and Gungshot like do that. I am not gonna try it because it's very particular timing, and I'm just not ready for that. And also, like, these tiger drops are like so sexy right now. Like I'm singing them perfectly. Like, I mean, I was doing like, you know, one after the other. Like, this is the one time I mess it up, and like I'm fine with it, you know, whatever, because it helps sing like this song. Also, this song is actually recommended by Gungshot. He recommended me to kind of use In the Cage, Dying Light, because he's played Dying Light. I have not played Dying Light, but it's like a parkour zombie game. It looks cool. I don't own it though, so I don't think I'm gonna be playing it anytime soon, but it does look like a pretty cool game, and like this music fits really well for Man in Black. Like for Man in Black, I decided to go for some really ominous songs, just because he really is an ominous figure. Like I went for that one song from No More Heroes 2, which plays for 2 boss fights. It also plays for a dude called Ryuji in No More Heroes 2, so it would have been funny to use it for Ryuji in this game, but like that song doesn't really fit the vibe Ryuji has in this game. And now here, I'm going to spam quick step attack. What? I said I wouldn't do that. However, for this fight in particular, like there really is no other interesting way to tackle this fight. This guy's using the gun moveset. Like, I mean, like any other way you would do this fight is just by like struggling with this dude's like fast-paced gun attacks and like, you know, hitting him every once in a while. Like, there's not much you can do with this guy in terms of combos. So instead, like this is the most interesting way to do this fight. I can't think of a more interesting way to tackle this fight than just spamming quick step attack. Because this fight just blows. Like, gun movesets are so annoying in this game, so they deserve zero mercy. So I'm just going to be as cheesy with him as possible, and also I think it looks neat as I'm trying to like quick step attack this guy, and like all the other enemies are like throwing chairs at me and like missing and like hitting stuff which is behind me. Like, I mean, I think it looks nice, and also it syncs really well with this song. This song is Panther in the Storm, which is like one of my favorite boss fight themes in like the Yakuza series. It's from Kurohyo 2. Once again, underrated game. I did No Damage it as well. You can watch that video. So it's like, you know, just wanted to include this song somehow, and I wasn't expecting to include it here, but it fits really well for this encounter. So what was I talking about? I was talking about something. I forgot. Anyway, so you have to deal with this crowd now, and they can be rather tricky as it is dealing with like normal crowds of enemies, because like they can dodge your attacks pretty fast. They can like retaliate, yada yada. Like, it's just it's a messy business. Like here, sometimes like if I try to do that same exact thing, sometimes the enemies will react too fast and attack me. They'll clip me, you know, yada yada. You kind of have to like deal with frustration. But one way to kind of deal with frustration is to use weapon attacks, to use heat actions, because heat actions give you a nice like brief period to kind of deal with the enemy, and also try to get into extreme heat mode as fast as possible, so you can just like you know, move into enemies and just do a heat action to immediately eliminate them. Like, that's one way to just kind of deal with any nuisance like they might pose. Like that, boom, easy, done, very nice. And also I am playing this at 30 FPS because I think the quick step cheese also works better at 30 FPS. Now for these next couple of fights, I'm going to be playing them at 60 just because there isn't really anything that complex I'm doing here. In fact, I'm going to cheese the hell out of them. And also this song is from Tekken. Adi, who's like one of my No Damage compatriots, he pretty much recommended me to use this song, and like I thought it fits pretty well here. And also for certain sections of this video, I'll be using one song for like 2 boss fights, and this is one of those sections. In fact, there's only like 2 sections, so that's kind of nice, you know. Like I use the song for 2 boss fights, and I only do this twice, you know. Ooh, 2 plus 2, yes. So yeah, for this boss fight, it's very tricky. You kind of start off by like grabbing something to hit them with, you know, like the weapon, and then hope. You have to be lucky with this. You have to hope that like the boss fight doesn't react in a weird way, where you pretty much, you know, do like 2 big sweeps. You kind of stomp him down when he's on the ground, and then you do heat action. And then once you do that, you pretty much have to like, you have to like kind of struggle with it. You kind of have to, you know, dodge around, try to get lucky hits in there, try to maybe get some grab combos in there, and then after that, it's like and then also try to bait out a heat action. Like I did like a reaction heat action. Like I forgot the names of like the reversal heat actions. I think that's what they're called. So I did that to the boss fight. It killed it. And now here, I tried to bait this enemy out into like being near the stool here, because if you do this heat action here, it looks sick as hell, and it's funny when the Roblox man does it. And I had to do it. So I was just kind of like trying to get heat and also bait him like to be near here so I could grab him and he doesn't break out of it. And now here's the second fight. So this is the same place you fought the two brothers, and just like the two brothers fight, you pretty much have to cheese the hell out of this fight with the furniture around you. And also, one of these guys is gonna have the same exact moveset as one of the brothers. And oh yeah, I should probably mention that pretty much 90% of the boss fights here are just copying movesets from like boss fights in previous games. Though to be fair, I've mentioned that in my previous Kiwami video, so I don't think I'm gonna like repeat it here because like this video is already so fast that I'm just talking so much in this video that I don't think I'm gonna have time to talk about how like all the boss fights here are copying movesets. But yeah, this dude's copying Kuze's moveset, and also the guy who has the SpongeBob music is copying Shibusawa's moveset, and the two brothers are copying both of them. And yeah, there we go. So that Tekken song is done, and now I'm going to play some Kuruhyo music. Kuruhyo 1, the Naked Panther. Another amazing boss fight theme. It's a little short, but it is. I really like it quite a bit, and it fits like amazingly here. Like, I don't know, I try to have a consistent theme with the music I choose for these boss fights, and for these repeat boss fights, I decided to just kind of include very rocking, very guitar-heavy songs, like the Kenzan song and now this song, and it just fits really, really well. Though to be fair, for the previous like Ryu Clan like fights, I'm having trouble pronouncing that. So yeah, here the strategy is to go into dragon mode, take out the guy with the gun, and then take out just another random enemy along your way. And now I'm trying to bait out tiger drops from the main boss fight. So pretty much like the main boss fight has a very annoying moveset. It's kind of like the type of moveset which like a lot of late game enemies in Yakuza have. It's just like, it's very fast. They block everything you do. They block everything from, they like dodge everything from the front. But this guy, he does this one thing where he just jumps up in the air, goes, Wah! That's the one you want on a tiger drop. It's very, very easy. Well, I mean, it's not exactly very, very easy. I mean, you can mess up the timing, but I got used to the timing, and now here I'm going to show you just how overpowered weapons are in Kiwami 2. However, before I show you, I'm going to try to bait this guy to attack somewhat, because I don't want to attack him right now, because I feel if I attack him right now, he may dodge my attack. But if he doesn't attack like this, there's less chance that he'll dodge my attack. So yeah, pretty much the normal sword combo pretty much stuns the boss fight. You can just do it again over and over, and it just kills him like that. Boom, easy, pow. And also, if you upgraded your attack, then the attack's gonna kill him too. Now here, Distant Cry on the beat once again. Thankfully, none of the Distant Cry like beats copyright might claim my video. Like, that guy's the homie, yeah. So this song is the worst beat ever created, number 9, Power Rangers. Yeah, swag. I wanted to include it. And then like the sync here, where the dudes show up, Power Rangers, like I had to include it. I had to. And also, it's a consistent theme with these guys. Like I said, I want to kind of have a consistent theme with the type of music I choose, like the type of boss fights I choose. Like on a Man in Black, usually somewhat threatening music, though I'm gonna kind of play around with that with the next Man in Black fight, but you know, whatever. So I'm gonna cheese the hell out of these guys. So I'm just going to go for this kicking heat action. Very nice, and that's pretty much going to lead this QTE, and it's going to pretty much put one of the brothers at very low health, the other one at somewhat low, at pretty much like whatever health. And then I'm going to grab a sword, I'm just going to kill them, and that's pretty much going to end the entire fight. So this guy, he's going to run into a corner here. I'm just going to slash him up there. And now this guy here is going to debate, like, jumping over the fence, but I'm just going to attack him while he's doing that. Then he's going to actually jump over the fence. Big mistake. Nothing you do is right. I'm going to slash you either way, and then we do heat action. It's going to end the fight right then and there. Boom. Like, you can't beat Roblox when it comes to that. Like, Roblox sword fighting is always going to be the peak. And now here is Man in Black, and I'm going to play Rivers in the Desert, which has very much a different vibe from the other songs I've chose for Man in Black, but I think it fits here because like it's the final time we fight him, and also like we kind of understand him now. Like, I don't know, like one thing that's scary about Man in Black is like kind of the fear of the unknown. Like, who the hell is this guy? What is he doing here? But now, like, we fought him 2 times before. We're kind of ready to put an end to this. Like, this like kind of epic vocal track I think fits pretty well. And also I'm going to pull out the Kali 6 because like this dude is at the end of like probably like the final level of the game, and there's like a ton of stuff you have to do before this guy. So like I do not want to repeat that stuff over and over again. So I'm just going to go for some pretty cheap strategies. And also I just want to show off the Kali 6 heat action because I think it looks sick. Look at that. Like, it's really sick. Like, so I'm happy I included it. And also it helps sync to the song. So it's like, yo, so now here I'm trying to bait out like a reversal heat action, but like this guy's just not doing what I want him to do. Like, I don't know, you can't have something as convenient as like my second Man in Black fight. He's just like, and also I'm just kind of messing up my timings. Like, I'm very nervous, like, oh. And now here I went for a kind of nice little lucky quick step attack, though sometimes he'll block you even if you try to go in while he dodges. Like I did it in my second. Now here, boom, I finally got the chance to retaliate, and now I'm going to pretty much do tiger drops from here on out. Like, that's pretty much how it's going to be. So yeah, now I'm just baiting out these attacks, and also I need to build up heat, because if I don't have heat, I'm not going to be able to do like my final grand slam. So yeah, boom. There we go. I got my heat. Like, I mean, I forget. I don't know if my second tiger drop would have given me the heat I needed. So I'm going for that nice cheeky taunt to kind of get. And now here, boom, and like you don't exactly want to dodge away when like he blocks your attack. You actually want to block it because you're not always gonna have the chance to block away, like dodge away. Like if you, there we go. We got our and now we have our heat. I'm going to hit him with this, and like what was supposed to happen was that I was supposed to like burn him with like fire, but for some reason it just did like the normal blunt attack, and I'm very disappointed about that. Like I tried retrying this fight, but then I got too frustrated. I'm like, okay, this attempt's good enough, I guess. And there we go, boom, it's over, it's done, very nice. And like the sync here, it's pretty nice. Like the vocal part ends, and then boom, it's just like the instrumental, and the instrumentals are starting to die down. It's like, yeah, nice. So I will say like there is like an entire second half to this song, which has like an emotional little beat drop, though. Like, I mean, I'm fine with this fight not having it. Like, this fight, it wouldn't fit in this fight. So, you know, whatever. Sometimes these fights are too, like, fast-paced to encapsulate the entire song. That is not true for this fight. Like, I pretty much was able to put the entire song in, like, this fight in particular because this song's not too long. And also, like, yes, I finally got to use another Metal Gear Rising song. So, yeah, like, people are like, yo, you use the Metal Gear Rising song in Daigo. Why does it fit so well? Maybe you use it in, like, another boss fight. And now this is that boss fight. And, like, honestly, the lyrics of this song I think fit really well for like Ryuji. Just kind of like he's lost his purpose, he's filled with spite, like, you know, and like he's just ready to slash things up like after everything that's happened. So like I wouldn't say it fits no, I'd say it fits perfectly. Like, I don't know, it's just I think it's pretty. I'm just very happy that like I came to like this decision to use this song for this boss fight, and also kind of has that same rocking vibe from like Sub Crazy, though not as lighthearted anymore. It's a little bit more heavy-hearted. I'd say. Is heavy-hearted even a term in like real life? So yeah, once you take out his like first 3 health bars, he's gonna go for this heat action here. It can come out very fast, so you might be pressing too many buttons when it comes out, so you know you have to be prepared for it. Like, you know, watch out. And also there will be Xbox prompts popping in every now and then, just because the Steam sometimes recognizes my PS4 controller as an Xbox controller, and that's very weird. So yeah, here I'm gonna try to bait out a sword attack where you know, I'm just boom gonna go for a full combo here. Very nice. So sword Ryuji and final Ryuji are very, very particular. Like I don't know, sword Ryuji has these dodges which make him very easy to predict, and then once he's doing his sword attacks, most of the time you can kind of just dodge around him using your iframes to deal with him. And you know, once you learn your combos, like once he's done with the combo, you can kind of just go for like a sick combo. You can kind of just go in for a sick combo. Though sometimes, like, I don't know, sword Ryuji, like if you attack him at the wrong point, like if you like let like your charged attack like release at the wrong point, you'll be stunned. You won't be able to dodge into him. Like, you'll just be stuck in place. Like, it feels really, really clunky. So it's like, why are you doing that? And sometimes when you like land the attack, Ryuji won't be stunned. He'll just continue on with his combos. Like, it's very, very weird. It's very inconsistent, and it made this fight pretty frustrating. But once I beat it, I was very, very happy. Like, I'm just telling you. And also, it's better if you attack him from the back, because if you attack him from the front, he's going to recover quicker than if you attack him from the back. In fact, if you attack him from like the back, there's a possibility that he won't recover. Though, to be fair, when I say attack him from the back, I mean when you're like really into like your like infinite combo or whatever. Because when you're starting off like these combos, you know, you can start off from the front, but then move over to the back. Because if you like continue attacking him from the front, then yeah. And now here I'm going to use a licensed song, which I hope it doesn't get my video copyright claimed if I'm doing commentary over it. Like, this is the one I'm worried about, because this is a Tyler the Creator song. And now, why did I use it? Well, it's because my brother has been plugging this album for like 3 or 4 months, and I'm like, hey, this guy right over here, he has a gun, and he is a boy. Well, I mean, he's a man, but like, you know, whatever. He could be a boy, and like, hey, this is a sad moment, right? Like, Terada betrayed Kiryu. Here they have a relationship, right? Yeah, I'm like stretching so far to make this song relevant to the fight, but like I'm just happy because like this song syncs too well to the fight. Like, look at this scene right here. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, this song syncs insanely well to this fight. So I'm just like, I was honestly just implementing it as a joke, but like it fits too well. So like it's staying even with the copyright claim on the no commentary version. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the Kali sticks. It's like, this fight sucks. So yeah, what I do here is I'm going to start the fight off. I kind of go for like the light, heavy grab combo. I throw an enemy into Terada. Then once Terada's on the ground, I go for a heat action while he's on the ground. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to pretty much dodge away from him. I'm going to block his attacks. Oh yeah, sometimes if you do that ground heat action, he still won't go to a second phase. So like then you'll have to do like a quick step attack into him, and that's like the annoying part, because like most of the time Terada will either block your attack or kick you before you can attack him. And the only time he's really like open, or like just the only time he's conveniently open, is when he does that one attack where he just like starts shooting the submachine gun like left and right. Because once he's done with that attack, he'll actually be open for a little bit, which allowed me to do a quick step attack to kind of transition him into a second phase. And look at that, like he was okay. I'll explain that later. So like I was saying, so once he transitions to like his second phase, then I pull out the Kali sticks to pretty much like, negate the second phase, because I just don't want to deal with like touching this guy, because like the normal way you would do it is by doing like a extreme heat mode, like kick heat action, but like he'll just kick you faster than you can kick, so I'm just not dealing with it. Kali sticks all the way, and then once you do the Kali sticks, he'll do the QT that pretty much puts him down to like his feel the heat moment, but then I'm going to ignore that feel the heat moment by like kind of moving away from him, and I'm going to activate extreme heat mode in order to like kind of take out a couple enemies before dealing with Terada. Then I run back to Terada, but thing is, you're supposed to be very, very fast about this, because if you're not fast enough, Terada will actually recover from his feel the heat moment, and I was so lucky that I was so quick that like I did it before he started shooting at me again, because he could have definitely started shooting at me again, but then I hit him once to kind of put him back into the feel heat thing, and I did the feel the heat thing, and like thing is, I used the extreme heat mode like before like doing the feel the heat thing with Terada, just so I could like have extreme heat mode twice, because I'll pretty much like deplete all my heat once, and then I'll go back to Terada to get it back. Though to be fair, I'm not gonna get it back completely. I mean, I'm still gonna have like one heat bar like not filled in, but like I mean, it's very, very convenient. And then after that, I'll deal with these enemies, which is kind of, it's very inconsistent. Like I don't know, sometimes they'll dodge away from you, sometimes they won't. Like, you know, yada yada. But like one strategy is kind of like light, heavy, like just kind of keep it short, and then do a grab combo to kind of throw the enemy around, and then from there try to like quickly get into extreme heat mode to kind of deal with the rest of them. Like I mean, I did not deal with that the best I could. Like I don't know, sometimes I was dodging into the wrong enemy, doing the wrong heat action on the wrong enemy, but like it synced really well to the song, so who cares. Like the last part of the song playing when like the slowdown happened when I beat that fight, like so yeah, here I'm going to go for a very particular like type of combo with Ryuji. So it's kind of like charge attack, quick step attack into him, and then do like full combo, and then like, you know, full combo heavy, then dodge attack into him, and then just kind of keep repeating that until Ryuji like is recovering, because if Ryuji's recovering, he can retaliate. And I don't know, one way to know that Ryuji's recovering is that he will, like, your attacks will start bouncing off of him. And, like, I really hate that about the game. I've talked about how much I hate that your attacks bounce off enemies sometimes, but I'm not going to reiterate it here because I do not have time. Also, like, this song sings so well to the fight. Like, I was struggling really hard to find a suiting song, a fitting song to replace the song that's in, like, this fight, because, like, the song that's in this fight just sings so well, but, like, this song was, like, a perfect replacement for me. The way I synced it up to, the intro, I'm really proud of it. So yeah, pretty much the strategy here is just, I'm going to try to bait out a parry attack now, because I am trying to, like, no, I think I already did the parry attack. Now I'm just trying to bait out reversal attacks. But yeah, I can pretty much start out the beginning phase. Like, since he doesn't have heat, he's not that, like, reactionary, so I can kind of just start off kind of doing a bit of an infinite combo, though I kind of stopped it for a bit just to do a full combo. But to be fair, like, me stopping my infinite combo in the beginning, like, synced better to the song, so it's like, yeah, I'm just very happy about that. So yeah, pretty much the rest of this fight is just kind of baiting out either that charging thing he does or baiting out his combos. And also, for this Ryuji in particular, you want to attack him from the front, because if you attack him from the back, he has this like reaction attack he does only sometimes that's way faster than the one he does from the front, or at the very least way harder to react to. And also, I'm not doing the typical infinite combo, because it's not really a infinite combo. Like, I don't know, the fancy infinite combo, the one where you do like a light attack, heavy attack, like, I mean, that one is harder to do on this guy because his reaction attacks. There's just this, I don't know, like, it's very hard to predict, but sometimes when you're attacking Ryuji or try to do what I'm doing here, like these infinites, he'll just like, he won't get stunned by it. He'll instead just stand still and just throw out a couple punches, like when you like hit him. And, you know, like, it's ruined a lot of my runs here for this guy. So it's just like, yo. And I don't know how to predict it, but it does happen. You have to watch out for it. And pretty much like my new combo here, which is just like a quick step attack and then like the normal light combo and then the quick step attack again, it makes it easier to react to it, because like I'll quick step into him and then I'll immediately be able to dodge away from him when like he does like that big punchy combo. Let me see an example of it. Let me see if it happens. That thing right there, like, that's why I'm doing this very like kind of like different combo, which isn't as efficient as the other infinite combo, because he sometimes will do that, and when you're doing the other combo, sometimes you'll land the heavy attack and you'll be stuck in place and like you won't have enough, and like I don't know, usually I'll just like I won't be fast enough to like react to his attack or block it, so it's just like it's very, 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 very annoying. So yeah, for the most part, I'm doing some very sick combos, and like I pretty much achieved the goal of this video. Pretty much just like redoing most of the boss fights from Kiwami 2, but doing combos instead of quick step attacks. And also, I'm only doing the boss fights which have health bars in this game. Like, I don't know, I pretty much like I ignored some of the fights I did in my previous Kiwami 2 video because they didn't have boss health bars, because, well, I guess they're technically not boss fights, but I decided to include them in my previous video. I called them nothing fights just because, like, you know, no one else was doing it, but since I've already done it, I might as well not be like redundant. And that's the reason why I did like the Roblox thing, just to not make like this video redundant. Like, yeah, I'm gonna redo the combos, but it's just gonna be Kiwami 2 again. How do I spice it up? Roblox. Another way to spice it up is with the music. That's how I'm gonna spice it up. So yeah, kind of a way to kind of redo something, kind of, you know, improve on something I did before without exactly negating what I did before. You know, I'm not going to delete my previous Kiwami 2 video with commentary, because I think I did say a lot of cool stuff in the commentary, and I do think like the quick step attack, like spamming, is pretty funny to see. So I'm going to keep that video up, but I did kind of want to have a version of my Kiwami 2 video where I actually do combos, because it is possible. Look at that, he reacted. Like, how do you predict that? What is the prediction with that? Like, I have no idea. Like, I mean, I assume that it's like, you know, every second time you hit him, but that's not even true. So it's like, yo, what the hell, man? What the hell? So yeah, I try to like spice things up with like my heat actions every now and then, but you know, not always. And this is mostly like a combo fight, because it is a very long fight. This dude has like 11, 12 health bars, the most amount of health bars in this game. So like, this is probably like the longest fight in the game. I'm actually surprised that it's longer than the Tigers, but yeah. Like, it's not as short as like my quick step spamming version, but you know, it is a lot cooler and it is a lot more swag. And here I'm gonna try to like bring out the final QTE, but it doesn't work. And to be fair, I'm very lucky, because since that didn't work, it's actually going to sync better. Like, there's so many accidents I do in this video that just help sync better to the music, and it's awesome. I love it. And yeah, thank you for watching. That's pretty my Roblox 2 no damage and my Roblox Kiwami 2 no damage. And yeah, I'll see you all then. Though I don't expect a video anytime soon, because I kind of need to get my house in order. Like, I know I said that last time, but this time, like, I may actually have to do that. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Maybe not soon, but yeah, bye bye.